a greeting from the heavenly, embracing the way of light in the tremendous territory of the universe. In the midst of the sparkling stars and worlds, a delicate brilliance exudes from a heavenly figure wrapped in divine light. The cosmic realm is overflowing with a profound compassion and love as the ethereal being looks down on the earth below. 1. Divine call. Cherished offspring of the earth, hear my voice, for I'm the signal of light that guides you through the dimness. I dwell forever and ever in the depths of your souls. Hold nothing back from accept my message, for it is one of affection, effortlessness, and reclamation. 2. Humanity is awakening. I see the battles that trouble your spirits, the preliminaries that test your purpose, and the feelings of trepidation that cloud your brains. However, realize that you are in good company in your excursion. I am here to watch over you and direct you on the way to righteousness and insight. 3. Embrace the light. Throw away the shadows that cover your reality and embrace the splendor of my heavenly light. Allow it to enlighten the profundities of your being, dissipating all murkiness and filling you with the glow of my affection. For in my light, you will track down comfort, strength, and salvation. 4. Divine direction. I am a compass that guides you toward your true purpose, so put your faith in the wisdom of my divine guidance. Follow the way that I have laid before you, for it is a way of uprightness, empathy, and congruity. In giving up to my will, you will discover a sense of harmony. 5. Reconciliation and salvation. Realize that no wrongdoing is excessively perfect to be excused, no weight too weighty to ever be lifted. Look for recovery in my limitless leniency, and I will embrace you with great affection. Discharge the chains of responsibility and disgrace that tight spot you, for in my affection, you are endlessly pardoned. 6. Accepting the love of God. Embrace the infinite depths of my love, for it is the basis of all existence. Allow it to move through you, filling each edge of your being with unlimited empathy and elegance. In cherishing each other, you honor the heavenly flash that dwells inside every spirit. 7. Rising above dread and uncertainty. Fear and doubt's illusions are nothing more than fleeting shadows in the grand tapestry of existence. Do not give in to them. Trust in the force of my affection to direct you through the haziest of evenings, and you will arise more grounded, smarter, and more brilliant than any other time in recent memory. 8. Keeping faith. Stroll with enduring confidence upon the way that I have set before you, for it is a way of heavenly reason and fate. However preliminaries might emerge and difficulties might test your determination, realize that I am ever close by, directing you with adoration and sympathy. 9. Solidarity and amicability. Look for solidarity and agreement with every living being, for in the interconnectedness of all presence, you will track down the genuine quintessence of heavenly creation. Allow sympathy to be your directing light, and allow love to be the establishment whereupon you construct a universe of harmony and understanding. 10. Timeless favors. Know that you are incredibly blessed as you embark on this sacred journey of awakening and enlightenment. May the radiance of my adoration enlighten your way, and may you stroll in the brilliance of heavenly beauty forever. The celestial figure disappears into the vastness of space with a soft whisper of divine love, revealing a profound sense of tranquility and peace. As the reverberations of the heavenly message resound all through the universe, mankind is loaded up with recharged trust, confidence, and reason. Overcoming the temptations of darkness, embracing the power within the first scene, in the midst of the whirling fogs of the enormous domain, a heavenly presence arises, emanating with a quality of shrewdness and authority. As the heavenly figure reviews the human world beneath, a need to keep moving consumes the space, for the powers of dimness are ever present, looking to trap the hearts and psyches of mankind. 1. Recognizing the gloom. Dear offspring of the earth, regard my words, for the shadows of dimness loom nearer and nearer, taking steps to immerse your spirits in their malicious hug. The enticements of the void are many, drawing you with commitments of influence, riches, and common joys. In any case, be careful, for these are nevertheless deceptions that lead just to hopelessness and languishing. 2. The internal conflict. Realize that the best fight you will at any point confront isn't against outer adversaries, however against the murkiness that dwells inside your own hearts. It is a skirmish of the soul, a battle to oppose the enticements of eagerness, jealousy, and contempt. However, do not be afraid, because within each of you is a spark of divine light, a beacon of hope that can light up the darkest of nights. 3. Embracing the light. Embrace the light that stays inside you, for it is your most noteworthy weapon against the powers of murkiness. Sustain it with affection, sympathy, and exemplary deeds, and it will sparkle splendidly, banishing all shadows from your way. Allow it to direct you through the hardships of life, enlightening the way towards truth and edification. 4. Opposing allurement. Even with enticement, stand firm in your convictions and oppose the charm of the clouded side. The promise of wealth, the temptation of power, and the seduction of worldly pleasures are all examples of temptations, but remember that true strength comes from mastering oneself. You can triumph over any challenge by exercising self-control and self-discipline. 5. Looking for divine direction. In times of uncertainty and doubt, look to the divine for direction and comfort. Look for counsel from the insightful, ponder upon the lessons of the edified ones, and appeal to God for strength and lucidity of direction. You will have the strength to resist the temptations that come your way and the answers you seek when you are in communion with the divine. 6. Developing uprightness. Develop the ethics of nobility, empathy, and lowliness, for they are the covering that safeguards you from the bolts of obscurity. Walk the way of ideals with relentless assurance, realizing that each high-minded deed carries you nearer to the heavenly and reinforces your determination to oppose enticement. 7. The way of the light. Walk strikingly in the radiance of truth and honorableness, for it is the surest way to salvation and illumination. Your words should be a beacon of hope and inspiration to all who hear them, and let your actions be guided by love, integrity, and honesty. In strolling the way of light, you will move others to do likewise, making an expanding influence of positive change that will reverberate all through the universe. 8. Absolution and recovery. Be aware that redemption is always attainable regardless of how far you may deviate from the path of righteousness. You can cleanse your soul of the stains of sin and walk once more in the light of divine grace through the power of repentance and atonement, and the divine offers forgiveness to all who seek it with a sincere heart. 9. The force of solidarity. Unite in a spirit of love and solidarity with your fellow beings in the face of adversity. Together, you can conquer any snag and win over the powers of dimness. Allow empathy to be your core value and allow solidarity to be your solidarity as you endeavor to construct a universe of harmony, equity, and congruity. 10. The victory of light. Know that the forces of light are always with you, guiding and protecting you every step of the way, as you embark on this sacred journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth. You will triumph over the temptations of darkness with faith as your shield and love as your sword, shining brightly as beacons of hope and inspiration to all who see your radiance. With the last beatitude, the heavenly presence blurs into the infinite embroidery, abandoning a feeling of significant harmony and strengthening. Humanity's resolve to embrace the light within and resist the temptations of darkness is renewed as the divine message reverberates throughout the universe. Embracing empathy, the heart's way to reclamation opening scene. In the ethereal domain where time has no limits, a heavenly presence radiates a quality of empathy and understanding. The celestial being prepares to impart wisdom to humanity and beckons them to embrace the transformative power of compassion with a gaze that penetrates the soul. 1. Empathy as a reference point. Cherished offspring of the earth, hear my words and allow them to reverberate inside your souls. In this present reality where haziness takes steps to eclipse the light, empathy remains as an encouraging sign, enlightening the way to recovery and salvation. Compassion is the essence of divine love and has the ability to heal soul wounds. So let it guide your words, thoughts, and actions. 2. Getting a handle on the human condition. Realize that each spirit is on an excursion of self-revelation, exploring the intricacies of presence with shifting levels of clearness and understanding. Each being is a vessel of heavenly potential, yet many are caught by the deceptions of the material world, veiling their actual pith in layers of self-image and obliviousness. It is through sympathy that we can penetrate through these cloaks, revealing the inborn heavenly nature that dwells inside each being. 3. The recuperating force of empathy. Sympathy isn't simply a theoretical idea, however, an unmistakable power that has the ability to change lives and patch the texture of presence. We create a ripple effect of healing and reconciliation throughout the universe when we show compassion to other people. We are able to mend broken hearts, calm troubled minds, and provide solace to those who are in pain by performing acts of kindness, showing empathy, and having an understanding of others. 4. Self-care with compassion. However, we should not overlook the fact that compassion must also be directed internally toward ourselves. Time after time, we are our own most extreme pundits, making a decision about ourselves brutally for saw blemishes and deficiencies. However, in embracing self-sympathy, we recognize our innate value and embrace ourselves with the very unqualified love that radiates from the heavenly. Through self-empathy, we develop internal harmony and congruity, establishing the groundwork for genuine profound development and change. 5. Actions of compassion. Empathy is definitely not a latent uprightness, however a source of inspiration, encouraging us to stretch out some assistance to those out of luck and to remain in fortitude with the minimized and persecuted. It is through demonstrations of empathy that we encapsulate the heavenly characteristics of affection, thoughtfulness, and liberality. And it is through these demonstrations that we satisfy our hallowed obligation to act as instruments of heavenly beauty on the planet. 6. Beating the deceptions of division. Sympathy is the remedy to the deceptions of detachment that plague humankind, for it helps us to remember our interconnectedness and relationship with all of creation. At the point when we stretch out empathy to other people, we perceive the inborn divine nature that joins all of us, rising above the limits of race, religion, and ethnicity. In embracing this reality, We disintegrate the hindrances that partition us and prepare for a world based on solidarity, concordance, and harmony. 7. Pardoning and compromise. At the core of sympathy lies the force of absolution and compromise. At the point when we excuse the individuals who have violated us, we discharge ourselves from the weight of hatred and outrage, holding nothing back from mending and compromise. We free ourselves from the cycle of suffering and break the chains of karmic bonding through forgiveness, paving the way for a peaceful and harmonious future. 8. In the face of adversity, compassion. It is in the midst of affliction that the genuine force of empathy sparkles most splendid. When confronted with hardships, let sympathy be your directing light, driving you through the dimness with fortitude, versatility, and effortlessness. We call that even amidst affliction, empathy has the ability to elevate and move, changing even the most ridiculously desperate conditions into open doors for development and reclamation. With a delicate grin and a caring look, the heavenly being grants a last gift upon mankind, implanting their hearts with the extraordinary force of sympathy. Humanity is filled with a renewed sense of purpose and a deep commitment to walk the path of compassion as the echoes of the divine message fade into the ether. They are aware that by doing so, they honor the divine spark that resides within each and every soul, defying obscurity, embracing the light inside in the vast spread where the powers of light and haziness unite. A heavenly presence arises, emanating an air of unflinching strength and empathy. With a grave look, the heavenly being plans to address mankind, encouraging them to defy the shadows that prowl inside and embrace the illumination of their actual embodiment. 1. Recognizing the shadow self. Dearest offspring of the earth, I come to you with a message critical. Inside every one of you lives a shadow self, a part of your being that is covered in haziness and darkened from the light. It is a domain of stifled feelings, fears, and frailties that hide underneath the outer layer of your cognizance, ready to be recognized and coordinated into the entire of your being. 2. Accepting internal chaos. Try not to fear the dimness inside, for it is through standing up to your internal conflict that you will track down the way to inward harmony and completeness. When confronting your shadow self, feel comfortable with it because it's a sign that you're about to undergo significant change. By focusing the radiance of mindfulness upon your deepest feelings of trepidation and weaknesses, you make ready for mending and freedom. 3. Changing murkiness into light. Realize that the dimness inside isn't to be disregarded or curbed yet to be embraced with empathy and understanding. It is through this course of incorporation that you can change the haziness into light, recovering lost parts of your spirit and climbing to higher domains of awareness. By recognizing and tolerating your shadow self, you recover your power and arise as a signal of light in the midst of the shadows. 4. Facing outside obscurity. However, the darkness that surrounds you permeates not only the world around you but also the depths of your own mind. Obvious in the treacheries plague society, the struggles that destroy countries, and the experiencing that torments endless spirits. Facing outer dimness requires fortitude, versatility, and an immovable obligation to maintaining the standards of truth, equity, and sympathy. 5. Developing internal light. Remember that the light within you is infinitely more powerful, even in the face of overwhelming darkness. Develop your inward light through practices of contemplation, care, and self-reflection. Sustain the fire of God-likeness that consumes inside your heart, permitting it to enlighten the haziest corners of your being and emanate outwards to enlighten the world. 6. Taking the time to learn about oneself. Embrace the excursion of self-disclosure with an open heart and a readiness to investigate the profundities of your being, knowing that the seed of your greatest potential lies therein. Plunge headfirst into the abyss of your subconscious mind. You should put your faith in the transformative power of self-love and self-awareness to lead you on your path to wholeness and enlightenment. 7. Absolution and recovery. As you face the shadows inside and without, recall the force of pardoning and recovery. Recognize that each experience has served as a stepping stone on your path to development and growth. And forgive yourself for past transgressions and mistakes. Recognize that those who have wronged you are also battling their own inner demons and extend compassion to them. With a delicate grin and a caring hug, the heavenly being offers a last gift to mankind, implanting their hearts with the boldness and solidarity to defy the obscurity and embrace the light inside. As the reverberations of the heavenly message blur into the ether, mankind is loaded up with a re-established feeling of direction and a profound obligation to walk the way of self-disclosure and change, knowing that in doing as such, they honor the heavenly flash that lives inside every single soul. The cauldron of decision, embracing light or surrendering to obscurity is solemn, but compassionate aura is emitted by a divine presence in the celestial expanse where time and space collide. The divine being prepares to instruct humanity and urge them to confront the eternal struggle between light and darkness that resides within each soul with eyes that reflect the depths of eternity. 1. The everlasting battle. My beloved children of the universe, heed the resonance of my words within your souls. From the beginning of creation, the everlasting battle among light and obscurity has formed the texture of presence, winding around an embroidery of grandiose importance that stretches across the region of existence. Inside every one of you lives the possibility to embrace the illumination of heavenly truth or to capitulate to the appeal of haziness and misery. 2. The ability to choose. Realize that the fate of your spirits lies in the pot of decision, where the flames of through and through freedom shine brilliantly. You determine the course of your spiritual journey with every thought, word, and deed, forging a path that either leads to enlightenment and liberation or to entrapment in the shadows of ignorance and illusion. Choose wisely, because the results of your choices will affect the entire fabric of existence. 3. Darkness's tempting temptations. Be careful, for the way of haziness is full of allurement and temptation, baiting the unwary soul into its hug with commitments of force, delight, and common addition. The forces of darkness aim to cloud your judgment, divert you from the path of righteousness, and trap you in an illusionary web that conceals your divine nature's true nature. However, know that even in the most obscure of minutes, the radiance of heavenly elegance radiates brilliantly, offering comfort and recovery to the people who look for it. 4. The light's radiance. Conversely, the way of light sparkles with the brilliance of heavenly truth, enlightening the way forward with clearness, sympathy, and genuine love. The light allures you to rise above the constraints of self-image and to embrace the unfathomable territory of your actual embodiment, arousing to the acknowledgement that you are heavenly creatures of light, blessed with endless potential and timeless insight. Embrace the light inside you, and let it guide your means towards the acknowledgement of your most noteworthy reason. 5. The point of no return. At the intersection of predetermination Every spirit stands ready to go with a decision that will resound all through the universe. Will you notice the call of the light and rise to the levels of otherworldly advancement, or will you respect the alarm melody of dimness and slip into the void of profound stagnation? The decision is yours, and yours alone, to make. Pick with boldness, for your choice will shape the fate of your spirit forever. 6. The victory of adoration. Know that at the core of the infinite battle among light and obscurity lies the timeless victory of affection. Love is a definitive power that rises above all limits, joining all creatures in an embroidery of heavenly congruity and interconnectedness. At the point when you pick love over dread, empathy over scorn, and pardoning over disdain, you fall in line with the brilliant substance of the heavenly and become a guide of light in a world covered in murkiness. The divine presence bestows humanity with the blessing, imbuing their hearts with the courage and wisdom to navigate the eternal struggle between light and darkness with a final gaze of compassion and love. As the reverberations of the heavenly message blur into the enormous spread, humankind is left to examine the heaviness of their decisions and the significant meaning of their reality in the fabulous embroidered artwork of creation. A call to awaken, embracing the light that is within opening scene, in the tremendous territory of the universe, in the midst of the whirling systems and shining stars, a delicate yet strong voice resounds with divine insight. It is the voice of the Maker, contacting mankind with a message of trust and edification. As the heavenly ensemble sings as one, the stage is set for a significant disclosure. 1. Seeing the light within. Cherished offspring of the universe, I address you now from the profundities of your own being, for inside every one of you dwells a flash of heavenly light that longs to sparkle forward and enlighten the world. Open your hearts and psyches to reality that you are not discrete from the universe, but rather are necessary pieces of its heavenly woven artwork. Stir to the brilliance of your inward light and allowed it to direct you on your excursion of self-revelation and profound development. 2. Throwing away the shroud of deception, be aware that removing the veil of illusion that clouded your perception and obscured the truth of your divine nature is the way to enlightenment. Discharge the shackles of dread, uncertainty, and self-restricting convictions that tight spot you to the material domain, and embrace the limitless potential that lives inside you. The radiance of truth sparkles brilliantly inside your spirit, ready to be uncovered and embraced. 3. Embracing the force of cognizant decision. Comprehend that you hold the ability to shape your world through your cognizant decisions every day. Choose compassion over judgment, love over fear, and unity over division. By adjusting your considerations, words, and activities with the vibration of affection and congruity, you conform to the heavenly progression of the universe and become a channel for its endless gifts. 4. Rising above the deception of detachment. Understand that the deception of partition is the main driver of much misery and dissension on the planet. In truth, you are totally interconnected, bound together by the imperceptible strings of heavenly love that wind through the texture of presence. At the point when you perceive the intrinsic divine nature inside yourself, as well as other people, you rise above the deception of detachment and embrace the solidarity of all life. 5. Developing inward harmony and agreement. Look within yourself for the true peace and harmony that resides deep within you. Through contemplation, petition, and thoughtfulness, calm the turbulent waters of the brain and adjust yourselves to the peaceful tranquility of the spirit. In this consecrated space, you will track down shelter from the tempests of life and find the everlasting harmony that outperforms all comprehension. 6. Becoming signals of light. Remember that you are not alone on this journey as you awaken to the light that is within. Let us all become beacons of light, illuminating the darkness and pointing others in the direction of enlightenment. Allow your activities to express stronger than words, and let your adoration enlighten the way for all who look for truth and freedom. We will usher in a new era of peace, love, and divine realization in harmony and unity. With the last beatitude, the heavenly presence presents a gift to humankind, imbuing their hearts with the fortitude and insight to embrace the light inside and set out on the excursion of self-revelation and profound development. As the heavenly ensemble blurs into the vast orchestra, humankind is left to mull over the significant reality of their heavenly nature and the endless potential that looks for them on the way of edification. Embracing empathy, a heavenly call to solidarity opening scene. A gentle but authoritative voice reverberates throughout the universe in the realm beyond the stars, where galaxies engage in cosmic dances and constellations weave tales of ancient wisdom. It is the voice of the heavenly contacting humankind with a significant message of empathy and solidarity. As heavenly harmonies make up for this shortcoming, the stage is set for an extraordinary disclosure. 7. Developing compassion for others. Hear my words, beloved children of the universe, and let them stir the bowels of your souls. Let compassion be the driving force that brings you together in love and harmony in a world that is frequently marred by division and discord. Your own divine essence will be reflected in the joys and sorrows of other beings if you cultivate a limitless empathy for them. As you venture through the embroidery of presence, experience each being with thoughtfulness and understanding, perceiving the innate heavenliness that dwells inside them. Extend compassion to them, knowing that by lifting others, you lift yourself, regardless of whether they walk the path of light or stumble in the shadows. In the hug of empathy, decisions disintegrate and divisions disappear, uncovering the interconnectedness of all life. Allow sympathy to be the scaffold that traverses the gaps of contrast and joins you in a common excursion of development and change. You heal the wounds of separation and usher in an era of unity and understanding as you awaken to the plight of others and give them the gift of compassion. Allow your hearts to spill over with empathy, pouring out into the world like beams of brilliant light, enlightening the obscurity and carrying comfort to all who abide inside it. As you develop sympathy in your own lives, recollect that the genuine proportion of your otherworldly development lies not in that frame of mind of your accomplishments, but rather in the profundities of your empathy. Let each thought, word, and activity be injected with adoration and compassion, and watch as the world changes before your eyes. The divine presence concludes with a plea for humanity to cultivate compassion in their lives, thereby promoting peace and harmony throughout the world. As the heavenly ensemble sings a song of affection and understanding, humankind is roused to embrace the groundbreaking force of sympathy and leave on an excursion of mending and compromise, a divine call to overcome adversity, embracing light in the darkness in the ethereal domain where stars sparkle with old insight and worlds winding in divine moves. A delicate yet unfaltering voice reverberations through the universe. It is the voice of the heavenly contacting humankind with a message of trust and strength. As inestimable energy's rhythmic movement, Making way for a significant disclosure, the voice talks with relentless clearness. 8. Tracking down strength, even with affliction. Darling offspring of the universe, regard my words as they resound inside the profundities of your spirits. In the woven artwork of life, difficulty frequently wins around its unpredictable examples, creating shaded areas upon your excursion. However, keep in mind that the bright light of divine grace guides you through the obstacles that stand in your way, even in the darkest of nights. As you explore the turbulent oceans of presence, recollect that inside you lies an unstoppable soul, fashioned in the cauldron of affliction and tempered by the flames of involvement. Don't see challenges as obstacles to be overcome. Rather, see them as opportunities for development and change. Notwithstanding misfortune, let your inward light sparkle forward like a guide in the evening, enlightening the way forward with lucidity and boldness. Keep in mind that you will never be on your own journey and draw strength from the very core of who you are. You are always surrounded by the divine presence, which provides comfort and direction when you need it. Relax in the knowledge that each challenge you face is a step towards spiritual evolution. Embrace the illustrations that difficulty shows you, for they are the impetuses that drive you toward more noteworthy comprehension and edification. In the cauldron of misfortune, you find the genuine profundities of your flexibility and the limitless capability of your soul. Realize that each difficulty you experience is nevertheless an impermanent diversion on the excursion of your spirit. Keep in mind that each challenge will make you stronger and more resilient as you move forward, so face it head on and with courage. As you face affliction with mental fortitude and conviction, you typify the immortal insight of the ages and motivate others to do likewise. With a last beatitude, the heavenly presence implants mankind with the strength and flexibility to conquer misfortune and arise successful notwithstanding life's preliminaries. As the enormous energies combine in an ensemble of light and sound, mankind is enabled to embrace the difficulties that lie ahead with mental fortitude and assurance, knowing that inside them consumes the timeless fire of heavenly beauty. Embracing sympathy, a heavenly call to consideration and compassion in the vast span of the universe, where stars sparkle like far off, encouraging signs and systems twirl in lofty magnificence, a delicate yet telling voice reverberates with divine power. It is the voice of the universe, contacting mankind with a message of sympathy and compassion. As heavenly energies dance an amicable beat, the voice talks with steadfast clearness, welcoming all creatures to embrace the groundbreaking force of generosity. 9. Developing sympathy and understanding. Dearest spirits, let your hearts be available to the situation of your kindred creatures, for in their battles lie amazing open doors for significant demonstrations of empathy and understanding. Keep in mind that every living thing you encounter is a reflection of your own divine spark as you traverse the universe. Be aware of other people's suffering, because it is through empathy and compassion that you forge deep connections and cultivate kinship bonds that transcend time and space. Do not allow the universal truth of your interconnectedness to be obscured by the differences that separate you from other people. With grace and humility, follow the path of empathy and strive to comprehend the lived experiences of others without judging or prejudice. Embrace the variety of the human experience as a wellspring of solidarity and enhancement, perceiving that it is through the embroidery of variety that the excellence of the universe is uncovered in the entirety of its quality. Stretch out a hand of thoughtfulness to those out of luck, offering comfort and backing in the midst of difficulty and misery. Be aware that even the smallest act of kindness has the power to ripple across the cosmos and touch the hearts of all those who inhabit it. So let the principles of love and compassion guide your actions. Be a beacon of light in the darkness, illuminating the path for those who have misplaced it and providing hope to the exhausted and hopeless. Allow your words to be delicate and your deeds be directed by a feeling of liberality and generosity. For in spreading consideration, you plant the seeds of recuperating and change. Release the heavy burdens of resentment and anger on your soul by embracing the transformative power of forgiveness. By stretching out absolution to yourself as well as other people, you prepare for mending and compromise, cultivating agreement and harmony inside your heart and all through the universe. The divine presence gives humanity the strength and compassion to create a world where love reigns supreme, concluding with a plea to accept the transformative power of kindness and empathy. As the heavenly energies join in an ensemble of light and sound, mankind is engaged to walk the way of sympathy with lowliness and elegance, realizing that in the hug of compassion lies the way to opening the maximum capacity of the human soul. Accepting God's grace, keep in mind that the tender embrace of divine grace surrounds you as you traverse the web of existence. This grace is not some far-off force. Rather, it is a vivacious presence that is a part of you and directs your steps and uplifts your spirit. In snapshots of uncertainty and sadness, when the shadows of dread take steps to overwhelm your spirit, turn internal and look for comfort in the vast repositories of heavenly effortlessness that live inside you. You will find refuge from life's storms and the unshakable peace that transcends all understanding in the stillness of your heart. To receive the free blessings that come from the divine source, open your heart, relax, and regain your strength by allowing the gentle currents of grace to wash over you. Accept that each obstacle is just a stepping stone on the way to spiritual enlightenment and completely submit to the divine will. In the hug of heavenly elegance, you will track down the mental fortitude to confront your feelings of dread, the solidarity to conquer your difficulties, and the insight to explore the intricacies of presence with effortlessness and modesty. For within the sight of heavenly beauty, everything is conceivable, and no impediment is inconceivable. Let the light of divine grace illuminate your path as you travel through life, guiding you through the darkness and bringing you ever closer to the dazzling shores of spiritual fulfillment. Embrace this heavenly gift with modesty and appreciation, realizing that you are held in the caring hug of the heavenly consistently. All in all, dear offspring of the universe, recollect that you are darling, unfathomable, and that the beauty of the heavenly is generally with you, directing you, safeguarding you, and enabling you to turn into the most noteworthy articulation of your heavenly potential. If you accept this truth with an open heart and a willing spirit, you will undoubtedly find contentment, meaning, and peace in every moment of your life.